students, welcome back to another class of physics where we are learning how to represent different type of motion on graphs. In the previous two lectures rather, we learnt about the displacement time graphs and how motion can be interpreted from the graphs in terms of velocity of the body from the slope of the graph. So displacement time graph helps us to find out the velocity of the body, and in case we take distance time graph, then finding out the slope of that graph gives us speed. We have not done any example of distance time graphs, but we are quickly moving on to another type of graphs called velocity time graphs. Actually, distance time graphs and displacement time graphs can be taken as same in case the motion is along a straight line in a constant without changing the direction of motion. And as I told you earlier also, that in this chapter we are majorly confining ourselves to motion in a straight line without any change in direction. So now let us move on to another category of graphs, that is velocity time graphs. We have been learning about different parameters and different ways to describe motion. Different variables are there. I have taken displacement time in the previous lectures, and here we are taking velocity time representation on the graph. Here I have taken the time varying from 0 to 10 seconds. After every 2 seconds the observation is made, and it is seen that velocity of the body remains 4 meters per second at all the times. Plotting this data on the graph paper, suppose we take a constant time interval 2468 on the x-axis and 48 on the y-axis. Actually, since you people are not having graph papers properly, and I am also drawing it here with the help of some scale and all, it is very important to mention the scale on the graph. Suppose you are drawing this graph with the help of a scale in your notebook also, and you are taking 2 centimeters equal to 2 seconds, then you should mention the scale on the graph, like x-axis. Suppose on x-axis you are taking 2 centimeters equal to 2 seconds, and on y-axis suppose you are taking 4 centimeter equal to 4 meter per second. So this scale should be mentioned on each graph, otherwise the graph becomes incomplete and the information given is irrelevant. So plotting these values on the graph, on 0 the velocity is 0, at time equal to 2 velocity is again 4, at 6 seconds the velocity is 4, 8, and all the times. Marking all these points with the help of a scale, we get a horizontal line having a 0 slope parallel to the x-axis or parallel to the time axis. So this is the first graph that we obtained. Now this graph looks quite similar to the one which we did for object at rest, but here it is not object at rest. This is showing object moving with uniform motion. This is uniform motion. Why it is uniform motion? Because here we are plotting velocity with time, and the velocity is constant throughout. How we can verify it? We can find out the slope of the graph here. Slope, the formula is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Suppose I choose any 2 points on the graph. Suppose this is point A and this is point B. The coordinate of point A, x coordinate is 4, y coordinate is also 4. Point B, x coordinate is 10, y coordinate is 4. Putting the values in the formula, y2 is 4, y1 is also 4, and the unit is meter per second on the y-axis, and x2 and x1 both have values as 10 and 4, and these values are in seconds. So we get 0 meter per second square. So the physical quantity represented in meter per second square is nothing but acceleration, and we are getting the value of acceleration as 0, which is surely a property of uniform motion. So acceleration is 0 in the graph, which is also again proving that the motion is uniform. The graph is a straight line parallel to horizontal axis. So these all interpretations are those inferences that you obtain from velocity time graph. Another thing that we can find out from the velocity time graph, suppose I join this point with the x coordinate here and I get a square rectangle shape here. ये rectangle shape हमें मिल रहा है. अब इस rectangle shape का हम एक बार area निकाल के देखते हैं. Suppose I find out the area of this rectangle. इस rectangle का this side, ये वाला जो side है, this is 8 seconds long. 8 seconds. तो length हो गई इसकी 8 seconds. और width अगर हम देखें तो width is 0 to 4, that is 4 मीटर पर सेकेंड. तो ये सेकेंड कैंसिल हो रहा है और हमें मिल रहा है 12 मीटर्स. तो 32 meters. So when we find out the area bound by the graph and the time axis, actually we are getting a physical quantity which is in meters, and this is actually the displacement of the body. ये displacement है. तो displacement आया हमारे पास 32 मीटर. तो हमने इधर दो चीजें देखी हैं. एरिया निकालने से we get the displacement of the body और स्लोप निकालने से हमें मिलता है acceleration of the body. So these are the two properties of velocity time graph, that its slope gives us acceleration and area bound by the velocity time graph gives us displacement of the body. See another example where I have taken the timing varying from 0 to 10 seconds and velocity as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. इसका मतलब ये है कि जब हमने ऑब्जर्वेशन जस्ट स्टार्ट करी तब ऑब्जेक्ट की वेलोसिटी 2 मीटर पर सेकेंड है, which gradually increases by equal amounts in equal intervals of time up to 12 meter per second. If you remember, if velocity of a body changes by equal amounts in equal intervals of time, we call such a motion as uniformly accelerated motion. Now let us see what type of graph we obtain for uniformly accelerated motion. At t equal to 0, the velocity value is 2 meter per second. t equal to 2 seconds पर value 4 है, 4 पर 6 है, and so on. Plotting all the values, we get a graph like this. The shape of the graph comes out like this. All the values put down together, they come out as a straight line which is inclined with the time axis. And it is not starting from 0. 0 से start नहीं हो रहा. 0 से start इसलिए नहीं हो रहा क्योंकि हमारी initial velocity 0 नहीं है. Had it been 0, the graph would have been origin से it would have been starting from the origin. So this is a graph showing what type of motion? Showing uniformly accelerated motion. If you remember, in the previous graph I told you that velocity time graph gives us acceleration as its slope. तो ये जो slope है, this slope is a constant slope. Since the slope is constant, it means that the acceleration is also constant. Now how to find out the acceleration from here? We can choose any 2 points. Suppose I take this point and this point. Any 2 points can be taken on the graph. I write down the coordinate of this graph. X is 0, Y is 2. For point B, the X coordinate is 10 and Y coordinate is 12. Finding out the slope using the formula, and remember slope gives us acceleration. Y2 is 12, Y1 is 2. Both the values are in meter per seconds. X2 is 10 and X1 is 0. These values are in seconds. So we get here 10 upon 10 meter per second square, which is equal to 1 meter per second square. So this is the acceleration represented in this graph. If we want to find out the displacement of the body in this entire duration, we can simply join this point B for the whole duration. B पॉइंट तक हमने ऑब्जर्व किया, तो हमने B को x एक्सिस से ज्वाइन करेंगे एंड देन वी विल फाइंड आउट द एरिया ऑफ दिस शेप। ये जो शेप आ रहा है ये ट्रेपेजियम है, आप इस ट्रेपेजियम का पूरा एरिया एज इट इज निकाल सकते हैं, और अदरवाइज यू कैन स्प्लिट इट इनटू टू पार्ट्स। आप इसको ट्रायंगल और रेक्टेंगल इन दोनों का एरिया निकाल के ऐड कर सकते हैं। तो लेट अस सी, सपोज आई टॉक अबाउट दिस ट्रायंगल। इस ट्रायंगल का जो हाइट है या ऑल्टीट्यूड है, ऑल्टीट्यूड इसका 2 से लेके 12 तक जा रहा है, तो फ्रॉम 2 to 12 द हाइट विल बी 10 मीटर पर सेकेंड। मीटर पर सेकेंड क्योंकि y कोऑर्डिनेट हमें मीटर पर सेकेंड में लेना है। और बेस ऑफ द ट्रायंगल, द बेस ऑफ द ट्रायंगल इज 10 seconds. So base is 10 seconds and altitude is this. तो टोटल जो एरिया ऑफ ट्राइंगल है दैट इज हाफ इंटू बेस, बेस इज 10 seconds and height is 10 meter per second. So this gives us 100 upon 2 which is equal to 50 meters. This triangle gives us 50 meters. Coming to the lower part, this is a rectangle. The rectangle has its width equal to 2 meter per second and its length is 10 seconds. So area of the triangle will be base in length into width. So 10 seconds multiplied by 2 meter per second gives us 20 meters. So the total displacement will be 70 meters. The sum of these two will give us the total displacement of the body in 10 seconds. So this is about the second type of example. You will be excelling in graphical representation of motion only when you do some practice questions yourself. This is a very practical tool of motion and you are required to do this practice very fervently. And to understand this or to consolidate the thing, I am giving you an assignment here. Please do this. This is a question where the observations are taken from t equal to 0 to t equal to 12 seconds. For these timings, different values of velocities are also mentioned. You can see that velocity in the first 2 seconds is changing from 0 to 2, then next 2 में 2 से 4, next 2 में 4 to 6. Here it looks like a uniformly accelerated motion. So your graph should be a straight line as we got in the previous one. Then from 6 to 8 the velocity is not changing. It means that here the body is moving uniformly with a constant speed. Here furthermore from 8 to 10 seconds the velocity is changing from 6 to 4. And then from 10 to 12 velocity is changing from 4 to 0. So this data itself gives an insight about the motion. Your task will be to draw a graph and find the acceleration between 0 to t equal to 2 seconds to 6 seconds, for 6 to 8 seconds, 8 to 10 seconds and 10 to 12 seconds. So for that you need to draw the graph, choose the points having these coordinates and find out the slope of each time interval which is mentioned here. Then you are also required to find out the total displacement for the entire motion. Using the graph, you can find out the area bounded by the graph and the time axis. That entire area will give you the total displacement of the motion. Kindly do this examples to understand the next topic which I will be taking in the next class, equations of motion for uniformly accelerated motion. And you are needed to be very proficient in graphs before proceeding.